Hello pretty people, Lizzy Sparkle here, and tonight I have a Sephora haul, and I am in my PJs right now. This is my nice little panda robe, so let me just little panda is, uh-oh, it's hung on my crown, my tiara, oh crud, okay. Ew, I ain't killing it right now, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just gonna go. Okay, you know what? That was not okay. One moment, okay? Okay, that's a wee bit better. Not a whole lot, but just a wee bit. Okay, so I need to stop doing that whole little thing, but I'm in my PJs right now. And so I have a Sephora haul. Yeah, I have a Sephora haul. So let's get right into my little Sephora haul. So, got my box right here. So, I requested a little sample. It's like one of those deals where if you spend $25 more, you can choose like a deluxe sample-y thing. So, I went with the Urban Decay Brow Endowed Brow Volumizer, Primer Plus Color, and Taupe Trap, and a little sample. And it's a nice little sample. I used it tonight for the first time, but I gotta practice because well, my brow situation isn't that great anyway, but do what I can. So anyway, one side's a little primer, one side's a color, yay. It's a nice little size sample, so that's cool. I'm glad that I actually received it because my other two free samples that I was supposed to get, I didn't get. Big surprise. Always have this issue with Sephora. Well, not always. There are times where they actually do send the samples. Like, I used to always get my samples. Or if I didn't get, like, the right sample, at least I got some kind of sample. But, like, lately, it's like they don't really, you know, I don't get it. How hard is it to be like, oh, 2 samples requested? It doesn't even have to be the right sample. Just give me samples, okay? That's why I ordered from you, Sephora. That's why I paid for the flash shipping. Anywho, moving on. So, I have been wanting this item for a good while. It was out of stock at one point, and now it's back in stock. And I didn't really, like, I wanted to wait and buy it when it was on the little sale, but every time I wanted to buy it and it's like on sale, like where, I guess it's like where, well, for me, I only get like $15 off. I think it's like a $50 purchase and then you get like $15 off because I'm just the low tier member. But anywho, it is the Juliette Has a Gun little sampler discovery kit thingy. Is it worth $25? I don't know, but it has a nice size, sample size of the Not a Perfume perfume. And I've been obsessed with trying to get that. And that was one of the free samples that Sephora was supposed to send me one time, but they didn't. And it really ticked me off because I was like, oh man, I just want to smell it. So here I am, buying the little kit at full price. Stupid Sephora. Anywho, still love y'all, but still stupid. But, you know, slide it out a little sleeve. And it has the little booky thing, the little, well, not book, but little, struggling here, the little thing that tells you about each scent and the little breakdown of the smells. And I'm not going to go over that because there's a lot of that, but there's basically 8 scents altogether. You get 7 of the little ones and you get the Not a Perfume perfume. So, and for anybody curious, because I was like, I wonder like how big these are, because I was trying to like look at it, kind of explain the little milliliter, I cannot talk, the little milliliters, and I don't know if it says how many are in, no, I don't see it listed. I'm sure it's on here some, okay, 0.7 milliliters. The little ones are 0.7 milliliters, no wait, yeah, no. Hold up. I can't read. 1.7 milliliters. And then the big, like the big Not a Perfume is 0.4 milliliters. So I was like trying to look at my little sample perfumes to see like how big they were, if these were comparable, and couldn't find out. So it turns out that they are pretty much like the little sample size like you get that Sephora is supposed to send you, but they don't. So yeah. So I will provide a link down below or details down below because I don't want to like go through each and every one right now, but here it is for anybody wondering. So, and the way I go through perfume, this is going to last quite a while anyway, so it doesn't matter. And for me, it's better just to spend the $25 just get a sampling, just to satisfy my little curiosity, because I think each bottle like retails for like $100 and something. So you're right. So that's that. No regrets. Just saying. Alright, moving on. And then, what I really wanted to, and I've seen this just pop up on like my little Sephora thing when like I was looking at the Violet Voss, those eyeshadow palettes that are like $18, because I thought that I was going to get one, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's like I kind of want them all, and then there's like, except for the berry one, they said that there's like a lot of like there's brown shades in it and doesn't quite live up to the whole berry thing like a lot of people were expecting. So I'm kind of like, okay, pass. And then I got the Huda Beauty Ruby palette thing, so we're good with that. But then they have the two other ones, the bright one and then the Le Macaron one. Is that correct? Anywho, the Le Macaron one, it's like the metallic one, and then I got to thinking like it's pretty. It's super pretty, but I'm pretty sure I have each and every one of those colors in like my array of palettes that I already have, so would it really be wise to spend the $18 for that? And then that bright colored one, I was thinking the same thing too. I think I've got pretty much each and every one of those colors, except for like there's like a bright yellow that I don't think I have one of those, and then there's like the hot pink in that one. Is it in that one? Anywho, so like two colors. I mean, I have similar colors, but I don't think I have colors just like that. Well, except for my lime crime palette, but those are like super shimmery ones, which I love super shimmery ones, but I think these and the Violet Voss were more of like a matte color, which that'd be kind of nice. I mean, I could do the eye topper. I'm not like a big fan of matte shadows, but if they're bright and vibrant, then I could do like a little topper over them and incorporate them and have all like, you know, all kinds of cool stuff with them. So anywho, and then there's that rainbow palette, which is like $30, but I don't know. Like, again, I think I have all those colors, but then there's like chatter about the iridescent white one, and it says iridescent, so automatically I want it. Anywho, so that leads me to when I saw the eyeshadow toppers, which are like $15, and they have a little variety. And then people are like comparing them to the Stila Glitter and Glow shadows, so I'm like, hello. And so I saw like the little swatches, which the little swatches on Sephora's website, can't always trust them. And then I have yet to get back to my big local Sephora one of these days. And it's funny because it's only like 6 miles from my house, but because of my work schedule, I don't ever find myself being able to get the time to go there like I want to, because if you're familiar with Nashville traffic, you go anywhere after like 3:30ish, you're going to be stuck in traffic for a good hot minute. By a good hot minute, I mean a long time. So it's like you gotta plan your day accordingly, or at least I gotta plan my day accordingly, okay? And I get off of work at like 3 o'clock, but that doesn't mean like I get out of there at 3 o'clock. So anywho, so I was hesitant to order this, but I thought, oh, what the heck, why not? Just go for it. So I ordered Cosmic, which is like a holographic champagne, which the word holographic right there. And then I was like looking down the little reviews on Sephora's website, and people are like, this is true holographic. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, people are getting, they're understanding, they're comprehending what holographic is finally. They're understanding the difference between holographic, iridescent, and duochrome. Yay! So I was like, okay, people are like saying that this is like legit holographic, and so I'm like, holographic champagne, like how does that work? Like what's that like? I'm curious. And then I went looking on YouTube, couldn't find, well, I found like one video featuring it, but it was so washed out, and I'm sure it's I am wearing it. Spoiler alert. Not really spoiler alert, just getting ahead of myself here. But anyway, it's probably washed out while I'm wearing it. But everybody who like, I think there's only like 2, maybe 3 people. Like one person, it was questionable because I don't even think they knew like what color they had. So anyway, so you couldn't really tell a thing about it other than it looks kind of like an icy shadow on because the light's washing them out, and the light looks like it's probably washing me out right now. Big surprise. That's the downside to these bright lights. They just wash everything out. And anyway, so and then I was like looking on Google Image for like a swatch. You know, swatches, like, how am I supposed to know what it looks like in real life if nobody has a swatch? Like, has nobody like purchased these and swatched them? I'm sure there are swatches out there. I just have yet to find them. Maybe I'm too dumb enough to find them. But and then like I looked through Instagram like just like a few nights ago and still couldn't quite find. Here we go with this now. Couldn't quite find a swatch. So anywho, this is it. This is the Cosmic. I was about to say Champagne Pop, but it's not Champagne Pop, is it? No, it's Cosmic. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and swatch it right now. And I decided to go with a nice little neutral look. Not really my type of thing, but I decided to do that using the my Juvia's Place palette. And let's see if I can do another little swatchy swatch. Ooh, that is really washed out. Well, anyhow. So, I'll see if I can get some kind of photos or something of it. But, geez, I mean, kind of see it. We're just going to play this little game for a moment. See if we can get some good lighting on this, which again, even though I've got a nicer camera now, it's like the viewfinder still, like with my vision and everything, it's like I have a hard time telling because it, like with the lighting, everything, it looks really washed out. So I can kind of see the stripe and it looks metallic-y, but I don't know if it's really picking up. And in the bright lights, like in fluorescent lights, I don't see the holographic shimmer in this. Like it kind of, again, gets washed out. But in like incandescent lighting, it pops. It's like, it's like awesome, and I love it. And yeah, so that's that. And then, so months and months ago, I heard about The Ordinary, the brand The Ordinary, not just The Ordinary. And then you're like, The Ordinary what? What are you trying to say, Lizzy? No, it's the brand called The Ordinary. It's like a makeup skincare line, and I think it's from like the UK. I could be wrong about that. Anywho, so I found out about it, and apparently Sephora had it, but then they were like phasing it out or something. I'm still confused about that. So when I went to look, it wasn't there. Because I heard, like, I saw a review of somebody using, like, a foundation, and the foundation was, like, magical. It was, like, I don't think it was supposed to be, like, a full coverage foundation, but when they put it on, it was, like, a full coverage foundation. I was like, oh my gosh, and it was, like, hiding all their imperfections. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to know more about this, and it was, like, they said it's, like, $6, and I was like, oh. And then, like, when I went looking for it, like, I had to order it from the website, which then it would have charged me international shipping because it's not in the US. And so anyway, found out Sephora brought it back, but they didn't bring back the makeup. But they do have the skincare, and the skincare has had a lot of good hype. And anywho, so, oh my gosh, how, a hair in my mouth. Darn, I was doing so well here for a moment. Anywho, so, skincare line, great things. I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, I got a couple things. So, let's just, okay. I got the High Adherence Silicone Primer, which this was only like $4.80 or $4.90, so it's basically $5. And I just decided to get it just for the heck of it. Why not? Like, it had good reviews. I wasn't really looking for a primer, but I've been toying with the whole like concept of like wearing a primer on its own, because I don't do the foundation thing, because foundation, just like every other like face makeup, really amplifies my scarring. And like, you can see it right now with my, well, you can see it. Anywho, so I've like toyed with wearing like a primer before, and it did, like, I could see the difference like automatically. And like, just wearing the primer on its own without any like face makeup over it, and if you got a decent one, it works with blurring your pores. So I'm wearing it now, and it kind of blurs, but again, I put stuff on like highlighter, which really amplifies, which I don't care really. I mean, I've had the scarring for a really long time. It's just who I am. Got a problem with it? That's your problem. But anywho, so that's that. And then finally y'all, I got the lactic acid 10% plus HA. Well, that's it. But it says a high strength lactic acid superficial peeling formulation. So I've toyed with this before, like trying different like acid pills. Like, I think I have a glycolic one from the Makeup Artist Choice MUAC site. I also got the THC acid, but I never really used that. I pretty much let that go to waste. But I did try the galactic acid, glycolic acid. Didn't really notice a change, but basically this is supposed to make your skin pretty. So it's like one that you can use on a daily basis, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Like, you shouldn't try that to start out with. You should like space it out and like mix it with a moisturizer or something, you know. You can do more further research about that. Anywho, but it's supposed to help with your scarring and your fine lines and wrinkles and all that jazz and make you look pretty. So I'm hoping that maybe this will kind of help make me look a little bit pretty. So the thing is, I just got to find a good daily sunscreen for my face, because here's my situation. I go to work, the sun hasn't even come out yet. Like, it's still dark. It's supposed to say daylight, but it sure as heck ain't daylight. It is dark. So it's like, I go into work before the sun even rises, okay? So, and by the time I get out of work, it's like usually 3 o'clock or after 3. And then, so I'm only like in the sunlight, the daylight, during the time I'm commuting home, which my commute, distance-wise, is a short commute. But I'm in the car for a good while because traffic. Again, like where I drive through to get home is one of the worst traffic spots in Nashville. Let's just be real. Maybe even Middle Tennessee. I forgot if it was considered for all Middle Tennessee or just Nashville, but it's like the number 2 spot. Like, just everywhere near my house is like one of the worst traffic areas in Nashville, like literally. So that's been tested and proven. So yeah, so that's when I get the sunlight shining down on me. And then also, by chance, if like I have to bring in firewood and the sun's shining through outside, then yeah. And then in summertime, I'm gonna be in the sun a lot. So anyhow, like outside of work, that is. So that brings me to, I need to find a good sunscreen that's going to help out, that doesn't like irritate my eyes. Here's the other thing. You know, like your eye area is very delicate and you put stuff around. It's like, oh, make sure you wear sunscreen, and your eye area is delicate and wear some substantial or more no, I don't know what word I'm trying to think of. Anyway, more prone to getting wrinkles from the sun. So I'm like, are there any good like eye area sunscreens? Because I can't find any, because every time I put sunscreen around my eye, like not like right up near my eye, but like kind of like kind of around the outer perimeter of my eye area, it still creates like a lot of, like, it makes my eyes burn and sting like at some point, like worse than usual. Anywho, I'm like, what's the deal? And then people are like, oh, it's your sunscreen, blah blah blah, sunscreen does that to you. So what? I'm so lost with the whole sunscreen thing. Like something that's just like readily available, that's not too expensive. Anywho, so that's going to be another challenge. That's been a challenge for the past however many years. That's why I don't like do any hardcore like facial stuff, like facial treatment. Like I was gonna do like the retinol, whatever. I have had retin A in the past. Anywho, but they never really told me back then that I need sunscreen. They kind of left out that key important information for me. Anywho, so that's where I stand. I just need a good sunscreen. I've been looking for like 10 years for a good sunscreen. Still haven't found it yet. Where are you, sunscreen? Where's a good sunscreen? I need a good sunscreen. Anywho, oh my gosh, that just went on and on and on. I don't know. I did not intend for that to be, but that's just how I am. I can't help it. So anyway, if you managed to stay here this long, thank you for watching. And be sure to subscribe and give your opinion down below and whatever the heck else you want to say, because I will be here. I'll be here. Anywho, so y'all take care and be sure to subscribe. Did I already say that? I probably did. Anyway, whatever. Okay, thanks. Bye.